Hello and welcome to Creative Learners. In today's video, we are going to learn how to teach writing small letters to the children. So let's begin. We can start by teaching children to identify that how many lines are there. So there is a top red line, two blue lines and a bottom red line. It is very important to keep on repeating top red line and bottom red line, top red line and bottom red line. Now the strategy is that you have to take a pen and now inform them. When I write a letter and it touches the top red line like this, when we write a letter and it touches the top red line, it is called as the sky letter. Whenever a letter touches the top red line, it is called as sky letter. Let's see a few examples of sky letters like letter B, D, F, H, K, L, T. So whenever the students are writing these letters, always encourage them to repeat that when the letter touches the top red line, it is called as sky letter. You can ask the questions also like this. Do you think this letter is touching the red line, top red line? Yes, so it is a sky letter. It is a sky letter. All the capital letters of English alphabet are sky letters because they all touch the top red line. Now, when I write a letter in between two blue lines as A, I am writing A. When I am writing A, I am just using the two blue lines. So when the letter touches the two blue lines, is it touching the top red line? No. Is it touching the bottom red line? No. It is just between the two blue lines. So these kind of letters are called as grass letter. So when we are writing letter touching the two blue lines, they are called as grass letter. For example, letter A, letter C, letter E, I, M, N, O, R, S, U, V, W, X and Z. They all are in the two blue lines. Are they touching the top red line? No. Are they touching the bottom red line? No. They are in between the two blue lines. So they will be called as grass letters. So they are grass letters. Similarly, as you mentioned for the sky letters, you can ask for these letters as well. Like students, can you see the M touching the top red line? No. Can you see it touching the bottom red line? No. It is coming between the two blue lines. So it will be grass letter. So A is a grass letter. So whenever the students are writing, you can always just give a hint. Okay. Hey, remember C is a grass letter. So where it would come? Yes, in between two blue lines. Z, letter Z. Hey, it's a grass letter. So where it would come? In between two blue lines. This is how students are going to remember. So whenever in the initial days you're teaching, like for junior KG, we start teaching this. So when we start, we always encourage them to say. And you will observe after few days or few weeks, students will be able to write the letters correctly, not touching the top red line or the bottom red line. Their basics are clear, so they know it. Alright, now let's move to the third letter, that is root letters. Now what happens in the root letter? The root letter touches the bottom red line. For example, if I write G, if I'm writing G, G is touching my bottom red line. When the G is touching my bottom red line, it will be called as root letter. It will be called as root letter. Let's see some examples of root letters. For example, G, J, P, Q, Y. These letters are touching the bottom red line. So they will be called as root letters. Encourage the students to repeat after you and ask them, can you see the Q touching the top red line? No. So which letter is this? Is it a sky letter? No. I think it's a sky letter. No, the students will give the reason on by themselves. You have to ask them reason. Why don't you think that it's a sky letter? So they will tell you, because ma'am, it is not touching the top red line. So that is how you are going to teach your students about sky, grass and root letters. While teaching the students about sky letter, you can draw the picture of a sky and you can ask them, where do we see the sky? At the top. So similarly, these letters are sky letters. So they are going to touch the top red line. For the grass letters, you can draw a grass and you can ask them, where do we see the grass? In the middle. So similarly, these letters are coming in the middle, in between two blue lines. So they are the grass letters. And hey, what about the root letters? The root letters, where do we see the root? Draw the picture of root and tell them. The roots we see at the bottom, right? Under the ground. So they are at the bottom. So the letters which are touching the bottom red line are your root letters. I hope you found this video useful. Do try this technique and let me know in the comment box. And for more such educational videos, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.